Well, it's that time. Okay, let me hide my dock. Open this up a little bit better. Okay. Well, today, I had a lot of fun last night. Let me show you guys what I was doing. Last night, I finished this up. Well, I finished up the base drawing. Let me show you just me. Okay. And I did this little sucker right here last night. I had a lot of fun doing it. And so today, last night I scanned it, and today I'm gonna work it up into a limited edition digital print that I'm gonna offer on Kickstarter. That's gonna be just a load of fun. So here we are, Blue Boy Brown. The book is pretty just finished. I'm always tweaking and everything like that, but right now, 144 pages are done. I'm gonna do a blow your mind epilogue. My Kickstarter campaign is developing. I'm gonna submit it to Kickstarter in a few days. I want to do a little video for it, which I scare the living daylights out of everybody by showing my face in a video, and basically, tell them what we're up to. We're going to start out very modest, but if we get big, then we'll adjust our plans. Who knows what's happening? You probably noticed that a few days ago. Let me see if I got it here. Da 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 da. Boy, where are you? Mama, 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 mama. Oh boy. How about I open this up? Open up Cloud Documents. It's easier to find. Where are you, boy? Come on, you tell me I didn't. Here it is. Did I see it? I'm blind as a bat right now. Jiminy Cricket. Oh, here it is. Did this a few days ago. Finished this up a few days ago. That's going to be one of my limited edition digital prints. It's going to be big. It's going to be about either 13 by 19 or 11 by 17. If I, it depends on who I get to print it. But I'm happy with this, and that's where we're going with this. Okay, that's where we are. I'm having more fun than a person's should be allowed to have. Let me get rid of my image so that you can see this thing as well as possible. It looks much more magnificent in the person because when you shine a bright light on a scanner on pencil, it grays everything. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to adjust the levels. And so we're going to get the whites whiter. I'll get the darks just slightly darker. I'm going to look at my, I wanted to look pretty much what my, I want to look what my, original looks like. Because I can play around with things. Yeah, I think that'll do. Maybe down a little bit. Yeah, it'll be okay. So now we're there. So if let me see if I can do this. I'm gonna crop this sucker just to get down to what I was envisioning. Stop it there. Well, rolling beach ball. I don't understand the report. I don't need preview. Okay. Then right like that. And it doesn't really need it over here. And now what size is it? Image size. It's not that. 600 dots per inch. Know that. It's 12 by 19. Let's make sure that it's 13 by 19. I prefer that. Oh, hi, 12 by, okay. Oh, no, it's 13 by 19. Why does it keep doing that? Yeah, okay, 13 by 20. Okay, so I can actually get rid of part of this. Where's my rulers? You rulers. Do you think you could view the rulers? Okay. We're at 19, a little over 19. And take out about a half inch, should probably be there. Okay, that's all I want to do. Right, still a little more. Okay, do it again. Nope, I don't want to do that. Keep as much of that in the bottom as I possibly can. In fact, I'm gonna just do that. And if I want to expand this, I can. In fact, I'll do that by getting rid of these little pencil guides that I had for some reason on this. I guess when I started the drawing, I did that. I can always extend all these. It's easy enough to do. It's digital. So if everything goes according to plan, we sure do hope everything goes according to plan. This Kickstarter campaign will start off on November 12th. And it'll go till December 10th, which is a Thursday. They tell you to Kickstarter says best day to end is on a Thursday. It'll be ending about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Eastern. It'll be Eastern Standard Time at by that time. Yep. So I'm going to draw on this sucker because that's the best way to handle these things. When I did the same thing, when I did the same thing with Mayor Down, it worked real nice. So I was real happy with Mayor Down. It looks really cool. So that's what I'll be doing today. And then I'll probably color it on. Well, I'll do whatever seems right. Whatever seems right. And as you can tell, I'm having a lot of fun. And I'm digging setting up all the promotional blurbs for the Kickstarter campaign over on Kickstarter. Enables me to just kind of wax semi-eloquent about the project. just going to bring it all over down here. This horse's shadow. So I'm going to just go through here and play with this all day long. Get rid of that. I had a blast drawing these horses. I love drawing horses. I used to hate drawing horses. I wasn't any good at it, but that's before I hung out at the racetrack. Hanging out at the racetrack will you really get to understand horses and the way they look and the way they move and everything like that. It's a great thing to do, man. If you don't have a racetrack nearby, oh, I feel sorry for you. I don't go too often, and I never gamble. Never gamble, because why would you want to bet against the house? Although in racing, it's not a game of chance. Well, it is a game of chance, but it's not like playing blackjack in a casino. Gambling can become addictive, and so I never do it. I even gave up the lottery. I played around with the lottery for a while. I guess everybody does, but why waste all your dough on that? You're better off saving it and spending on something like this. Okay, I just love doing this. Okay. And then this guy is over here. Do 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 do. Na 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 na. Do do do. No no. I should probably get a close up on that so I can actually see what I'm doing. What kind of? Yeah, use that thing there. Yeah. I love these watercolor brushes. Dang, they're just so nice. Oh, I guess I should tell everybody that one of my perks, one of the things I'm offering in this Kickstarter campaign is an actual physical watercolor on 600-pound, no, not 300-pound watercolor rough paper by Fabriano. It's a classical thing that I don't think they make it anymore because I've looked for it for years. I bought it 32 years ago at Utrecht on 4th Avenue when Andy was the manager, and Norman was in the back room working on the catalogs, and Norman's daughter was the friend that. Well, one of the great things about working for Utrecht is just the most superb people, just wonderful people. Is their son-in-law was Steve Balboni of the New York Yankees and at one time of the Kansas City Royals, and we all called him Bye Bye Balboni because once he hit the ball, it was bye bye. And she's a real sweet woman who let me have box seats. Steve Balboni's box seats. I would occasionally get to go to Yankee games and sit in Steve Balboni's uh, box behind home plate. And what a good time to do it. It was before the Yankees got back into contention for the World Series, but Don Mattingly was playing, and Balboni, of course. And so, what a cool uh, thing to have happen to you, to get free tickets to go see the Yankees behind home plate in Steve Balboni's uh, box. Man, I didn't do it too many times. You don't be a jerk and say, "Hey, you got any free tickets today?" No, I did it when she offered it, and she was just the sweetest person. Who I am, who I'm sure married well because she's just such an outstanding human being, and probably has a big family. They're Armenian, and we love the Armenians around here because my grandfather-in-law was a Syrian, and my Armenian friends say they are cousins. We consider them to be cousins, family. So I have a special love for Armenians, especially. And there was strangely enough, there's an Armenian Catholic church right around the corner. And you wonder, is that one of the reasons why Norman and his brother chose that location for Utrecht on Third Avenue? So they could go to church in the morning before they went to work. I don't doubt it. They were wonderful people. Really dug them. I'm sad that they sold it all, but I hope the family got a huge amount of money from Dick Blick, and I'm sure they're living in uh, real good circumstances. The brother passed away. Norman's still alive, according to what I've noticed. From what I can glean, Norman's still alive. He was the guy who did all the promotion and marketing, and the brother, whose name I forget, I don't even remember. I could figure out their. Don't remember their. I remember Norman, and I don't even remember the woman's name, the daughter. But it's been 32 years. I haven't worked there since 1990. I left, went over to Pratt Institute, and started running the drawing center. So, but wonderful memories. And anyway, we're not getting to Steve Balboni. Oh, this drawing, this watercolor paper that I bought for $1 a sheet. $1 a sheet. These are like 22 by 30 inch, 300-pound paper. I bought 100 of them for $1 a sheet. What a deal! I still have probably 30 of them, 20 or 30 of them. I've used them over the years. Used them for my entry into Watercolor USA about 8 years ago. And it's the most gorgeous watercolor paper you can imagine because it looks, redo it. It looks like linen. It looks like linen. It is just so incredibly beautiful. You see, I can play around with some of the darks here with this burn tool because I do want Ma's hair to be like coal black. And I can shape this later on. Okay. Do 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 do. No 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 no. No. So I feel real happy that the that my book is pretty much done, and all I have to do is to do tweaking. Yeah, I'm tweaking, and that'll be fun because anybody who's done any serious production knows that once you get the base stuff done, the tweaking is just so much fun because you got the foundation for everything you're going to do done, and you can hone in and do things like this, which I'm real happy with. And it may actually go in the book. I'm thinking I may actually put it in a a page of the book. I'm pretty sure I will. I just have to find the place. It'll probably be right after uh, everybody leaves church on Sunday morning. So all these guys probably didn't go to church, and they're rabble rousers. So I'm just going to draw on this today. That'd be the major thing I do. And clean it up. It needs a lot of cleaning up. This white pencil is, but I really love this thing what I'm doing with these big mechanical pencils. Oh boy. God bless Alex Toth, who used mechanical pencils for his pencil work. And I think I discovered the kind of pencils he used. He used pencil leads that are European. They weren't plastic, they were actually graphite. You can buy a lot of pencil leads that are just horrible. Now, they're all right if you're doing, office work, you're an accountant or something like that, but not for an artist. And most artists wouldn't be using pencil leads, but good old Alex did. See if I can. Uh, Let me see a little bit of dodging here. It's not going to hurt anybody. I am of the opinion, at least this is my opinion. Look, I understand that the graphic novel comic book field is glutted with content. There's just so much of it going on. It reminds me of the early 50s and it reminds me of the 40s, early 50s, something like that, where there's just thousands of comic books being produced because people were buying them right and left. They were cheap too. They were only a dime back then, which I think we have to do something about. I have a I have a thing where I'm going to produce a version of these comics as I have them right now. They are going to be 32. Oh, I need a layer of white underneath this. Yep, so that I can erase without worrying about finding some goofy thing up. Let me see. Right there, I wanted to just sculpt that just like that. That didn't work. Let me see if I can. Maybe if I wait. What I was getting at is that because there is such a glut, which is not a bad thing, there is so much content. There's so much content being produced that it's ridiculous for me to think that I'm going to make this huge splash in the world. But one of the reasons why I'm doing these live streams is if by some happenstance this takes off and Dale Luciano was right, that I'm a significant practitioner of comic book art, and there's a record of what I was doing. There's several artists out there who are doing that. They're getting a lot more results than I am, but I just started. You know, Jason Brubaker shows how he puts together his books and stuff like that. The guy is outrageously good. He's really good. Yeah, no doubt about it. But I spent 20 years or more as a Hollywood storyboard artist. So he's coming from a different place than I am. He's coming from a very cinematic place. So I'm coming from a very sort of silver age, um, a place where I'm very silver age comics, and so there are times when I do fancy cinematic stuff, but not too often. And maybe I will later. Maybe I will. We'll see. But right now, I'm still very much influenced by ooh by just uh, the classical art that I dealt with for years and years and years, which now seems classical, but at the time it's coming out, it sure wasn't. You know, Picasso's classical period is very much influenced by Degas and Ang, and they come out of that classical um, tradition that I love so much. And I think this is the way to do it. Just go little parts here and just work on these little areas, get them where they're working, go on to the next one. I like drawing horses, man. It's so much fun to draw. Dooba-dooba-doop. So hopefully this becomes a historical record because it'll all be saved on YouTube unless YouTube goes belly up. Not likely, is it? Though YouTube is so glutted. Um, it is like everything else. It's like everybody's jumped on board. An old student of mine, certainly an ex-student, who dropped out of high school because he was making $2,000 a month um, playing video games on YouTube. And I said, but it's not going to last. Something will happen. The market will change, and you won't have an education. You'll be a high school dropout. Did it anyway. And he thought $2,000 a month was like big money. Yeah, same way I thought $100 a week was big money when I got out of high school. It is not. It is horrible money. It's nothing. Even in the 70s, $100 a week's just getting you barely by money. I'm shaving that little thing there. And this is what I want to do also. There is where is it? Oh, watercolor layer. Watercolor? Copy. Put this here. And okay, now probably have to turn it or something like that. Not, yeah, I have to turn it. So edit, transform, rotate. Yep. Make it 90 and then 90 guys. Jiminy Cricket. Okay. Now turn this thing. Okay. Now I just turned it. Okay. Now I can move that. It's a little bit different size. So I'll just bring it up like this, and that'll take care of it. Just want that watercolor layer on the top of it. And lock that. Okay. That helps when I do my watercolor techniques. So back to that. So what I'm going to do, I keep rambling so much, is one of my Kickstarter features is going to be actual watercolors, 16 by 20 inches on Fabriano watercolor paper, which I never got around to saying what it was. I was just told you where I bought it. Bought it years ago. Opacity 58. What's it look like when full? No, it's really bad. Don't want it that. Oh, yeah, like that. You just wanted the barest hint that there's watercolor paper there. And then no to do. And so I'm going to do physical watercolors, 16 by 20 inches, from a scene in the book that is reimagined and refashioned and then matted and shipped off to you. And I've shipped art internationally, so there won't be any problems getting it. You'll have to pay for shipping. I'm not paying for shipping, guys. But I'm not Amazon. Sorry, I'm just not Amazon. Sorry, I'm not Amazon. This doesn't need to be there. I have this thing where I do these kind of sketchy backgrounds. And at times I've kind of envied guys who could do things that look like they were architectural drawings in the background. But they're so schematic. They're so, like they were architectural drawings. Yeah, I know that they don't seem to fit together. So if I'm going to do all this real sketchy stuff for the figures and the landscape, I prefer a wavy kind of line that I can play with. For the architectural stuff too. Okay, now let me see if I got this horse head where I want it. I'm getting close. Horse has a bulge right there above his eye. Same way that we have an eye a bulge that protects our eye. They do too. You make a good design, you should use it over and over again. So, let me see. Do I have any banners going up? Yeah, I should have some banners. Okay. I might as well show this. Yeah. Try to make sure that what I'm working on is above all that. So I'll get this done by Friday. I'll try to do at least 2 more next week and do maybe 2 a week until I launch. And I'm launching about, what is it? Let me look at the old calendar on the wall. I've been doing this for 40 minutes. Dang. Time flies when you're having fun. Let me look at my calendar. I'm having a phone. Well, I tell you. So this is 21st, and I'm doing it on the 12th. 12th, 1, 2, Okay, one, 2, 3. I got about a month. I got 10 plus 12. I got 22 days, 3 weeks to 3 weeks and a day. That means I could do about 6 more of these. I'd have about close to 10 of these to offer in my Kickstarter campaign. And I've got all types of stuff. I'm going to do T-shirts, stickers, uh, buttons, and stuff like that. I'm going to, really go to town on it. As long as I don't over my budget for shipping. Shipping is a thing that messes you up on Kickstarters. You add all these things, you forget that it adds to the weight of the package. So, got to be careful about that. Got to be a big enough package and have enough uh, space between your expenses and the actual cost of shipping to make it possible for you to make it worthwhile to do. So what this looks like when we go to print size. Yeah. Okay. That tells me it needs something over here in definition. Okay. Now work on this guy a little bit. Doesn't need a whole lot of work. It's one of those things you just zip, zap, zoom, and it's done. Which is an old habit of mine. Let's just do this real quick contour drawing. And if you look carefully, especially if you saw the original, you see that I'm erasing and drawing and erasing and drawing and erasing and drawing, which is something I picked up from Henri Matisse. I noticed this when he drew and when he painted. He would paint and paint, and then he'd scrape it all off. Paint and paint, scrape it all off until he got so simple that it met the criteria that he was going after. Which many times you'd look at the painting, the things he scraped off, says, don't scrape that off. But, I'm not as obsessive about it as he was. Uh, so I'll work on him a little bit. Uh, Clean that up a tiny bit. Okay. Boobity boo, boobity boo, boobity boo. Okay, let me see. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. As for your coffee. Now, I bet it's somebody on Twitch that's watching right now. The way it usually is. Yeah, he's about to offer to make me wealthy. It does that every time I go to another screen. It gives me these thick lines. I wonder why it does that. Oh, well. All these little cross-hatching lines. Artists from since forever have always understood these little hatching lines are actually cross contour lines that tell you what the shape of that thing is. So I always like using those. Uh, where am I? Yeah. Yeah. Use the roller on my mouse. It's a whole lot easier. Needs lots of cleaning up, especially Ma's face. Let me clean up Ma's face a little bit because it should be real pristine. Okay, cleaned up our face pretty well, and I'll play around with it a little bit more later. Okay. So this is one of the fun parts. Fun parts of this is that you got the contour line drawing done. So now it's just a matter of embellishment. It's a matter of creating a sense of volume just using line, cross contour lines, cleaning up things so that you don't have pencil artifacts. As I erase, you look at this original, it's like you can tell I'm erasing all over the place, which is actually part of the modern aesthetic. Show the process. And I'm not doing this for a comic book inker to come in and clean it up. I'm using all these little artifacts. I keep the ones that I think are okay, and then I get rid of the ones that I think need to go. A little bit. This needs to, this line here. Yeah, it needs to do that. Go down like that so that it doesn't just stop in midair. And when you do that, you can soften up those areas, make them a little less bumpy. I noticed this last night after I did my first scan that his underside was too far up there. So I had to move it down a bit. Sometimes you don't notice things. That's why you adjust them. Even Leonardo did that. Didn't do as much as I do, but he did. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. Take that out right there. Got to figure out what I'm going to do with that horse's leg. Doesn't look too bad. See if I can just work on the back side of this a little bit. And work on the front side also. Yep. Okay, cleaning up Ida May's face and hair a little bit. And Ma's arm. Do. Always fun to draw a hand, hands clasping like that. Just keep on drawing it till it's right. That's the way I do it. I don't know how anybody else does it because I don't watch other people draw that much. Let's bring this out a little bit and take a look at it. I'm gonna have to enlarge this a little bit. Yep. Might as well do it now. Get it over with. Get rid of this little margin here. And here. And bring it over. Should be too difficult to do. I should clean this up too. So I'm going to do these really nifty. I know they'll be nifty because I know how to do nifty watercolors. You pick the scene. You pick a scene that you want to be reimagined as a watercolor, and I'll do it. Part of one of my Kickstarter options. That gets you not only the commission, but you still get the comic book and all the other little perks go along with it. And since this has to do with horses, let me look up. Let me see. Look, I'm going to look up something here. Let's see. I'll do it over here on. Okay. Okay. Nope. It's already been done. How about? Okay. I drew that. Okay. I'm going to try to find a name for the little club I'm starting up. a connection to this. I had one name, but it didn't. It was used in slangs as a pejorative, so I'm not going to use that. I won't tell anybody what it was because it's not important anymore. I don't want to use things that insult people. There's no use for insulting people. Doesn't do anybody any good. Oh, change that to yeah. Okay. Well, that's not good. Let me bring it down a little bit. Bring it up just so I can see it. Yeah. So I can see the tip of it. And I don't like that at all. I messed that one up. Okay. So, um, okay, I need to bring this horse's tail out here. It's gonna eventually be cut off by the edge of the page, but at least it has to go all the way out there. Then I have to play with, yeah, got it all. Hmm, yeah, doesn't make any difference. Boy, okay. I have the edge of the paper. I used a piece of Stonehenge etching paper for this drawing. Really nice drawing paper. I didn't use bristle board. Many times will, but this time I just wanted to use some good old Stonehenge, which is a great drawing paper. It's kind of soft. Boy, is it raining today. Boy, been raining all week. I'm going to take the dog to the doggy daycare where he can play with all his friends. So what are they going to do in all this rain? Lay around in the kitchen like he's doing in my house. And I take him there so he can swim in a swimming pool. He's gotten real fit because he's been swimming, and he loves to swim. Boy, does he love to swim. You take the daycare sitter sends video to my wife of him swimming and swimming and swimming. He's the biggest swimmer in the whole place. He loves to swim. We originally got him a life jacket so that he could, you know, he could learn how to swim better. But now he doesn't even need it. He's just really good at it. He's supervised the whole time. He's not, nobody leaves him alone in the swimming area. It's done under supervision. So lots of really good care given to him. It's not a day to do it today, though. Man, what a lousy day to try to use a swimming pool. Doop. So let me see. Top seems to be coming together. Let's play around this horse some more. Haven't done much to this guy. Yeah, I just haven't played around with you much at all. Gotta fix that a little bit. It's a little too, that thing right there kind of messes with me. I think I can shave that off and leave it just like that. That'd be all right. Do 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 do. Do do do. Yeah, da 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 dee, da da do. My wife is an equestrian. At least she was before we got married. After we got married, she's too busy. One of the things that she did with her sisters, and I would go out to the horse farms, which is just scads of them here in uh, Florida. Horse farms everywhere, and watch her ride. She rode English saddle stuff. She didn't do Western stuff. Nobody does Western stuff around here. And so I have to pass muster with her when it comes to um, drawing horses, because anybody knows horses, my wife. So she's giving me the go ahead. You may proceed. Doop. Okay. Don't want to drift over too much. Just want to do some cross contour lines here that define this shape without it becoming too dead burn obvious. Okay. Ooh. I think I got my idea for got the idea for my my Kickstarter club, which is gonna be one of the things that I do is enroll you in my club when you pledge in my Kickstarter campaign, and then you get in on all types of stuff. I'm going to have such a cool club that everybody want to be a part of it, because I'm going to be uh, giving away a lot of stuff. So what I ask people to do is promote the thing. I got the idea. Remember Apple TV? I mean, Apple, not Apple TV. Apple early in its life had what it was called Apple evangelizers. So what I'd like to do is to have some Blue Boy evangelizers. Be members of this club, and by evangelizing, there are all types of perks that are a part of evangelizing and getting people to know about this and making it more successful, which is just so that people see my stories. And then Just want people to see my stories, see what I've done. I even posted a bunch of this stuff on my old high school alumni site. People I haven't seen 50 years are saying they like it, which is cool. I haven't seen these people in 50 years, and high school is not my most fun time. I didn't enjoy high school too much, though I have to be thankful for Mrs. Thompson for encouraging me to apply for a scholarship, which I got. And she's a good woman. I love her. She's here on Facebook, though she doesn't. I don't think she interacts with old students. She probably just got burnt out with all this junk. I'm an old high school teacher myself, so I know that um, there are some students I'll be in contact with forever. Forever. Love these kids. Uh, Other kids, well, not that many get a hold of me. They do. I'm always nice to them because that's one of the reasons I become a high school teacher. Nobody becomes a high school teacher for the money, just not enough. You become a college teacher or do almost anything else, make more money. And the stress. Ugh. I had a elementary school teacher. I saw her husband and her on the street a couple of nights ago. She says, "You are so lucky to be retired. There's so much junk to be done because of all this stuff that's going on. It's driving me nuts." And but I'm teaching college, but just totally different than teaching elementary or secondary school. You have no parents to deal with, for one thing. No parents. You have the kids, and some of them just got out of high school. And so you deal with that, but it's not difficult to deal with college age kids. You just write them and say, "Look, this is what I'm trying to do for you. You're going to thank me someday. You may not thank me soon, but someday you're going to thank me because I taught you how to do academic papers, which will make your life so much easier. I would teach you how to make a logical argument based upon verifiable facts that lead you to conclusions so that you can persuade people. You got to do it in a rational manner, and hopefully, and I introduce them to ethics. Ethics, as defined by Aristotle. So you got to have ethics, otherwise you just persuade people, to do the craziest stuff, and it might work. Look at that! Oh boy! Well, so I got the horses are coming along. What about the women? What about them? Okay, let's see what this looks like. Getting there, getting there. The women have to be perfect contour line, not much cross contour, because color will take care of them. And also, women don't have all these, you know, muscle definition, stuff like that. They have much more body fat than men do. So they're rounder than we are. So you can't be doing all types of stuff because this is 1914. We weren't working out the way they are now. They're not going to the gym. They weren't going to the gym. They might have been doing other things that really give them a lot of exercise, but it wasn't weightlifting. So they have to look real soft. You know, they were as tough as nails. This woman is thematically based on my great grandmother, who my father absolutely adored. He worshiped the ground she walked on. Visually, she's based on my wife, who is a real beauty. Uh, uh, okay, and maybe I should bring it up even farther so I can get real um, size. Now let's bring that out and see whether or not I have to go do a bunch of undos. I think I do. I think the way I had it was fine. Right, softer. Oh boy, I'm on. Okay, okay. I'm gonna leave her eyes soft like that. Clean up the rest. Her eyes gonna remain soft like that. When I was a kid, I never drew women because women take a skill I didn't have at that time. Women have to be drawn in a particular way, which as a kid I was just intimidated by it. As I got older, I figured out how to do it. Okay, that'll I'll take care of her. Do the rest with color. Don't need all that because once you view it print size, it's gonna be fine. Okay. Now we work on the girls. These girls' names are Ida Mae and Hixie, which are kind of real old time country names. My mother had twin aunts named Ida Mae and Hixie. Strangely enough, My father had an aunt named Ida Mae. So it must have been a common name at one time. Let me see what kind of, I don't particularly like those. Pardon me. Maybe I'll use a, no, 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 no. I can go back up here. It's right up here. Not watercolor. Yeah, dry media. Try dry brush line work. I like that. Maybe like that. And I'm going to keep their faces real simple too, without a whole lot of embellishment. And I'll do all that in color, which blends in with the face. Doesn't have to become contour line. And I kind of like blending all these kind of inky lines with these pencily lines. Make them look as if they were like, well, it helps the hair look like it's being blown by the wind a little bit. Okay. Don't want to overdo it. Real easy to overdo things. Okay. Real carefully do the contour of Ma's arm. It becomes one line all the way down to her hand. Same thing over here. And just a swell of her breast here. I'm not sure I like that right there. In fact, I know I don't. So I'll get rid of that. Yeah, looks a bit better. And look over here. Probably could shave some of that line a little bit. Both sides. Becomes a little more fluid. Okay, bring it down a little bit. Do the same thing I did before with her arm. Okay. And real lightly draw this. And hands are going to pretty much leave alone. You can really mess up hands by overdoing them. Do 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 do. Clean this up a tiny bit. Let's see what I got now. Well, I don't have to define them too much. I'm going to let color do that. Do. I don't have to define them too much. I'm going to let color do. I'm watching my own live stream over on Facebook. Doesn't look too bad. Did I? Oh well, I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay, but it means also that when I go back over to this screen, I'm going to get weirdness. That's not too bad. Yeah, I did. With the watercolor, I was getting real weird artifacts. Okay. Let's see what I can do with Hixie. It's nice to use actually family names. Hey, they are my family, so, and their last names were completely different than what I've got. So these are old time country names that I don't think anybody uses anymore. Okay, we'll take a little break. I'm an old man. Save this thing. It's always a good idea to save. Fit this on the screen so that while I'm gone, people can just oogle at it. Yeah, I like that. What am I doing? Okay. It's about a 6-second delay on, yeah. Okay. So that also gives me an idea of what I probably need to do. Though this can be done in color. Yeah, I need to move, I need to extend the way I've extended up here. I'm going to extend over here. That shouldn't be a problem. I should extend in this guy's face over here too. That won't be a big problem. Coming along. Be back in a second. Yeah, I'm back. This is radio. They'd fire me because you're not supposed to have dead time. I do what I want. My little show. Okay, I was gonna fix this over here. And I should go back to watercolor. I'm going to do that. It'd be 8-pound rough. I like that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like that either. Yeah, basic. Watercolor basic. Bring it down one. Okay. Do. So I'm gonna. Now I gotta. How do I decide to do this? Okay. Just big bulge in horses right there. That is a big muscle that attaches the leg to his chest. Huge corded muscle because there's a lot of stress there, and I can shave that off a little bit. Not sure that was a good idea, but we'll see. I'll make this a little bigger. Okay. And then let's see what I can do here. See what that looks like. Probably should thicken that leg a little bit. And maybe I'll shape these lines a tiny bit, a tiny fraction. So they don't look so thick. Lines on the outer edges of a shape to be so thick. Maybe I can bring this down a bit. Once again, I went over. But yeah, watercolor brushes really go crazy when you change screens. At least these do. Oh boy. So I'm going to kind of model this with varied value of line. Da, 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 da. Weird how your memory is so clear on some things. I posted some of this stuff, like last several prints that I've done and variant covers, to my old high school page. People I haven't seen for 50 years. And the sister of a old friend of mine liked one of them, the drawings. You know, he liked things on Facebook. And I remembered that I used to give drawings to her brother. I said, hold on to these things. It might be worth something someday. Now, that may not be true, but you should have done it. Should have taken my advice. Now you have to get it. Of course, a contemporary. I don't know. Who knows if this will ever come to anything, but hey, might. Horse is starting to look okay. How does he look now? He looks a lot better. Yeah, I got this Yahoo over here. I had fun drawing this guy. I love drawing things like this. Yeah, I have to admit, I love drawing things like this. Okay, solidify some of this up. Clean this up right here. Let's get rid of all that and I'll redraw it. Okay, cleaning all this up a little bit. I got to put in ground details. I got to make sure this guy's front shoulder juts out. So you do that by giving him some emphatic lines and lots of detail and pretty high contrast. Okay. Now that hand, which I really enjoyed drawing, play around with that a little bit. Uh-huh. Okay, now clean up this edge right here. A little too sketchy. Just want it to be simple. Want it to just go back and recede in space. So you have to give it a thinner line and a clean line. That won't catch attention. Where am I? Okay. That horse's rump. Okay, and then just pretty much a black mane for this old guy. Black tail, not a black mane. Okay, get rid of this. Clean that up right there. There you go. And okay. Okay, get the edge of that dress down there like that. And I suppose it's time to start working on shoes and the ground. edges of the dresses. Let me see if I. One of the things you can do with Photoshop is turn it. And what you can do is you make it a horizontal thing. And it's easier to draw a horizontal line than it is to draw a vertical line. And then clean up that line. Okay. Okay. I'm going to clean up Hixie's head. Not going to mess with it too much, but it needs some work. Reset view. Okay. Okay. Bring her up here. That much smaller size brush, and then play around with her hair and a little bit of her face. So I like the face. Very simple Alex Toth-like face. Can't do any better than that. His women were gorgeous. Yep, don't have to do much. This is a good drawing. Don't have to do much to her. I got it right the first time. Okay, play around with this a little bit. Make sure this contour works real nice. Do. Like that. Oops. Okay, move this over here. Hand tool. Stop that. Stop it. Okay, let me see. Maybe I can clean up Ma's arm here. Just the tiniest bit. Same way with Hixie. I smudge a lot when I draw, which doesn't bother me too much. What I do is I just erase and use that smudging as a form of modeling. Don't do too much. Okay. I'm just working on the ground. Yep. Working on the ground, a little bit of the background. Do. Okay. Oh, heck. Now I'm going to get back over here. I'm going to get crazies with the. Just do it over here. Nope, I got that. Okay. So establish the ground a bit. And shadows. I'm going to do the shadows with color. I'm not going to worry too much about shadows in the line area. Oh boy. Okay, it's getting there. Work on this background some. And that the background, the sense of volume and the space and everything be done mostly in color. Just trying to make it have enough of a linear presence so that it doesn't, holds plane, blah blah blah, and all that stuff. And I think I need to get rid of those little lines here because I don't really agree with the lines on the porch. That's not too bad. So get rid of that. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. And then redraw it a bit. I better turn this thing. That's real hard to draw. That whole thing here. Which in pencil I just lightly sketched it in. And just did a boom, it's there. Thing. But here you can play around with it so that sketchiness actually becomes an asset. Here. Okay. No, don't do that. Okay. And then I should get rid of that little thing there, that little thing there. Redraw it a little bit and anchor it a little bit like that. I just do little hatching lines here and there to tell everybody there's something there. Get rid of this right here. Oops. And I can redraw that. I should probably bring it up so it's a lot easier to see. Okay, clean that up right there. Hey, maybe a little bit of that. Okay. Now, play around with this. What's it look like? Maybe over here I could soften this up a little bit. I'll make it so emphatic. Okay. Just the slightest thing up here. Maybe eye needs to have a little more going on here. Probably do that just with the burn tool. Let me see what that looks like. Well, nobody said anything, so I don't know if it's any good, but we have to live with it. So, 2 hours, 38 minutes, pretty good long show. And where are we? Well, here was what we did. Finished up on Monday, I think. Was it Monday? Yeah. And then we got started with this, and so that'll be what we do on Friday. Friday I'll be back. Maybe I could do this right here. Yep, like that, just like that. Okay, save this thing. I got it as a TIFF. Let me see. Where did I save it? So then we're saving my computer. Reward prints, rounded, TIFF, replace. Yep. Oh, I see something I should do. And I can do it just with the burn tool. Where's his main? Top of his main should agree with the other part. Okay, now save it. And then, where did I save it? I saved it now. Saved to the cloud. And I'll duplicate it. Make this copy too. Okay. And I'll make it small enough so that's like it's good size. And then make it small enough to. Here's my preview. Okay. Yeah, because it's at 8%, it'll look really dinky. Yeah, but you bring it up to You bring it up that far. Okay. Now, I'm just going to simply save it as a JPEG, and then I'll post it on my site so that people see what I was up to. Okay. Got a Weber copy. How big is it going to be? 500,000 megs. That's not bad. People got large enough bandwidth now. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I did. So now it's where I want it to be. The pencil drawing still is nice. I love the pencil drawing. It will be a perk. You'll be able to buy this original pencil drawing on the Kickstarter campaign. And it'll, along with this original drawing, you'll also get the comic book and the PDF and membership in my, I guess it's fan club. And I'm not going to tell you what the name of it is. I don't want anybody to take my name. It hasn't been used. I thought of a name, then I found out it's a pejorative term that has all types of. I don't get involved in that kind of stuff. I don't do anything that makes other people look like crap. I don't want to do that. That's not where I'm coming from. Or anybody to associate my endeavors with something that would put somebody else down. I'm not interested in that stuff. So here I am still playing with this. Cause yeah. Save it again. Which it's a PD as a do. Then save it as over here on my computer. Not as a PSD. I like TIFFs for some reason. Place it again. And get rid of this thing here. I don't need it. I'm going to take this and I'm going to duplicate it again. Oh, come on. Okay. Now, you. Which, it's going to be a pretty good digital print, I think. It's already a good drawing, if I do say so myself. Anyway, I will. Okay, that's gone. And then I'll make it the size so that I can post it. And it'll be really tiny because it's only 13% right now. And then I'll bring it up to this. Right about that. And then I'll save it as a JPEG. And okay. Yep. Save it. It's going to still be 1.5 megs. And that's cool. So, that's it. I'll post this in a few minutes. And if you want to get in on this, support me on Patreon. Doesn't cost much, and you get all types of cool stuff. Boy. Anyway, so here we are. We're good old mayor down, and then my artboard, and we're out of here. So I will see you on Friday. That's the next time I do this. Sayonara.